Move up the ranks, dominate locally, and make more money for your moving company. This is Thomas here. And in this video, I want to discuss photos versus posts for your Google business profile. And I have some data to back it up today. So I want to go over this real fast. So some people think they should just upload photos. Some people think they should just do post. And some people think you should do a combination of both, right? So what is more important? Are they photos or are they posts? So what I found is that Google business profiles, and I'm looking at my phone right here. I got some stats here today. Businesses that have 100 plus photos, they get 520% more calls than businesses with less than 10 photos. So you're going to dominate locally if you can upload photos as frequently as possible. Try to upload one on every job if possible, 5 times a week, 3 to 5 times a week minimum. Another stat that I got was these businesses that have 100 plus photos, they have more than 2,700% more map views. So they're just showing up on Google Maps way more than anybody who has less than 10 photos. So upload photos because Google, they're looking at your photos and they're determining what you do, where you service, who you are, right? And this is all going to help. Um, Posts are really good just to give updates. So when people are scrolling, they're like, okay, here, and obviously I have work to do on my page. They're like, oh, look, here's a post, and they're like, okay, this helps with engagement, and they can click through and they can do whatever they want to do. They can see, all right, this is a legit person. They're outside, they're posting, right? It's like posting on social media, right? So you need kind of like think about it like social media where the post will help people engage with you. They're like, all right, I have a good sense of what this person is doing daily, right? And like, look, they're posting about their lunch, they're posting about their coffee, they're posting about their workout, right? But the photos is what kind of attracts them to you. They look at your photos and they're like, they get a better sense of who you are, right? Um, so upload photos as often as possible because that's going to be crucial. Let me just give you also a rundown on the types of photos to post because that's also going to be important as well. So, you want 40% of your photos to be with your team and your truck, right? So, showcase your truck as often as possible. I know some of us may not be proud of our vehicles at the moment, right? It doesn't really matter where you are, just showcase what you are driving around with. If I'm in the city, so if I have a Sprinter van, just show that I have a Sprinter van and get those jobs, small bedroom apartment moves. Um, 40% trucks and trucks and team. 30% is the job site, right? So it's the buildings, the landmarks, the driveways, right? Just showcase where you are located at, right? Because that's also going to be helpful. There's also geotagging on the photos so people know where you are, where you're servicing. That's really cool. 20% could be the finished moves or just happy clients. If you could take a photo of the client after you finish the move and they're okay with you having their photos taken, just take a photo of them real fast, right? And then the last 10% is just branded content. It could be your logos, it could be your boxes, it could be your equipment. I want to get into this, which is making stickers and just sticking my stickers on my boxes, sticking my stickers on my blankets, like making tape, you know branding my tape. So branded content is going to be helpful. So um that's all. That's really what you want to do for your photos. When it comes to your post, right, you just want to just post whatever you can. Honestly, just post to post because this helps engagement, this helps people come in here, click click click, and that's going to help your profile overall. All the social media platforms, they're looking at engagement, right? They're looking at how many times people are clicking through things, right? So that's how you want to think. That's what you want. How you want to think about Google business profile. Um so this is what you should really be doing right now. Get like as many photos as you can, and geotag those photos, right? So like I talked about in another video, earlier video, turn on those location services. Let your phone track you when you're taking photos, right? So your phone needs to know where you are, and that's going to help you, because that's going to help Google know where you are, and that's going to help Google show you on the map, essentially. um and the last thing I found was there are local companies, right? Well, I'm in the New York area, so I can kind of talk about them. Um, this one is called Roadway Moving. I'm pretty sure you've seen them. I think they are the official movers of the New York Yankees, actually. Um, hopefully, let me see if I can pull that up real fast. I am on DuckDuckGo, so I shouldn't be here. Roadway Moving. Okay, so Roadway Moving, they are one of the top. Yeah, they just dominate. They dominate over here, right? Because they have so many locations, but that's not really why. It's just because they have the most amount of photos. Look, so they have over 9,000 2,000 photos, right? 1,900 photos. And the thing about them is they rank in the top 3 of almost every borough in New York City. Obviously, they have a lot of locations, right? But they are like when you just search local moving companies, you're gonna see them almost everywhere, right? It's because they have so many photos. So upload as many photos as possible, because see, even in their Bronx location, they only have, let's see how many photos they have here. They have 400, right? So there's an opportunity. If you're in the Bronx, upload more than 400 videos, and you may do better than Roadway Moving. Um, Another example that I had for you today is Metropolis Moving, and they are they are pretty. They have 60 photos, right? But they have a lot of posts. They're posting pretty often, from what I've found. They post as I think they had last time I checked, they they have less photos, but they have they have less photos, but they have a lot of posts. um and yeah, the thing about them is they're not dominating Google Map Packs as much as Roadway. Obviously, Roadway is also the official mover of the New York Yankees, right? But that's all you really need to know. And yeah, my 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 advice is just to upload as many photos as possible, post as often, manage this page, treat it like your own social media. And if you do that, you you'll be able to grow. If you need, make a content calendar so it's easier for you, and so you can map out ahead of time a month of posts and photos that can just get uploaded and help you move up the ranks. Hope this video was helpful.